Greetings, Father Campo here. I know it's a little late if anyone's tuning in right after I put this live, but I really felt convicted and perhaps just out of a debt of gratitude to Our Lady of Guadalupe to put out a video today on the day of her feast day. Also, just in case you're wondering, the picture up here is not crooked. It just, the way the camera perspective is, makes it look a little crooked for you. But she's the one that I wanted to talk about, especially because in my experience, a lot of Americans have a lot of misconceptions about Our Lady of Guadalupe. I know when I was younger, I thought of her as kind of a Mexican thing, that we have Our Lady of Fatima and the Mexicans have Our Lady of Guadalupe. But what I've come to realize is that she is the patroness of all the Americas. We celebrate her day today as a feast day, an obligatory feast day, not a memorial, because John Paul II, Pope St. John Paul II, declared that all of the Americas, North and South, would do so. And he called her the star of the new evangelization. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. And it's this, that when Our Lady of Guadalupe came, things were very difficult in Mexico. There was a lot of strife between the civil government and the Mexican or the Indian indigenous people, and even some of the Spaniards, to the point that the Bishop Zuramaga kept trying to write to Spain about what was going on, and they would capture the letters and destroy them. Finally, he got one smuggled out of the country, and I'll paraphrase. In the letter, he says something to the effect of that if God in heaven does not directly intervene in Mexico, everything will be lost. And it seems that in direct response to that, Our Lady of Guadalupe came. So that's the first lesson to really know about Our Lady in general, but Our Lady of Guadalupe, she comes because she's very concerned about us. She loves us. Actually, I'll tell you her exact words. These are her words to St. Juan Diego, as we have recorded in the Nican Mapua. She says, Juanito, the humblest of my children, right? St. Juan Diego, Juanito. Juanito, the humblest of my children, know and understand that I am the ever-Virgin Mary, Mother of the true God, through whom all things live. It is my ardent desire that a church be erected here, so that in it I can show and bestow my love, compassion, help, and protection to all who inhabit this land, and to those others who love me, that they might call upon and confide in me. Go to the Bishop of Mexico and make known to him what I greatly desire. So here it is, in Our Lady's own words. She didn't say, I come for you, Juan Diego, or I come for the Indian people, Juan Diego. I come for all who inhabit this land. I mean, isn't that a mother? Isn't that a mother? She has concern for all of her children. And I'm going to really abbreviate quite a bit here what happens. If you want to know, there's a lot written. If you read Spanish, there is even more. All of the really, really sort of juicy things that we've learned about the Tomb of Our Lady of Guadalupe is written in Spanish. But here's the gist. Through the tilma, Our Lady of Guadalupe translated the gospel into a way and a language that the Indian people understood. But she also did it in such a way that brought together the Spanish people and the Indian people. That's what I love about the message. And she does it in such a beautiful way. Another really important thing here, let me switch to an image here, about how she came is this. You see, I have a few pictures of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Here, the big tall one of the whole image is how she appeared. No one painted this image. On the third apparition, I think, or fourth apparition of Our Lady of Guadalupe, she asked Juan Diego to go to the top of the hill because the bishop asked for a miracle. And on the top of the hill, in the winter, was growing Castilian roses, which that wouldn't happen, right? Roses, if you ever try to grow them, they require a lot of care, and they're very finicky. They wouldn't grow in winter on the top of the mountain. So this is what Juan Diego thought was the miracle. So he goes up there and cuts the roses like Our Lady says, and brings them to her, like she said, and she arranges them in his tilma, which is kind of like think of a poncho, and puts them in there and ties it around his neck, and she arranges them in a very certain way. And when he comes to the bishop, he says, here's the miracle you asked for, unfolds the tilma, and the roses fall on the ground, and the image as you see it appears kind of like a Polaroid. It kind of fades into view of the people. And I just think that's amazing. But it's not only that. Part of what really captured me the first time about Our Lady of Guadalupe is when I discovered how she had a message for our times. So I said that she had a message for the Indian people and the new evangelization. I'll come back to that in a second. Because what captured me first was some of the messages even for today. In the left, I might have the image mirrored, but if you see there's the face of Our Lady of Guadalupe in the color photo. It's just a close-up. And it's a close-up just to give you a little idea. But even further close-up in the black and white is what they discovered, I don't know, I think it was in the 70s. They were studying the image, and for a long time they thought there was something in her eyes, but they didn't have the technology to blow it up. And when they did, they discovered that in the eyes of Our Lady, in the tilma, is an image basically of who she saw the day that she appeared. And there's 3 of them, just like they would be if someone looked in your eye. That's how the eye kind of produces images. I don't want to get into all the weeds about that. You can discover it. The point merely is this: not only could they not have painted that if they tried 400 years ago, but if they somehow managed to do that, there would be no technology to blow it up like we have here in the picture. So that's just something that really captured me, helped me to realize when I first encountered her that she has a message for us still today. Now, what is the message of her being the star of the new evangelization is how she brought the peoples together. And I think that's a really relevant message for us today as we face so much discord, right? There's discord and uncertainty in the church, certainly in the world, threat of war. There's all kind of things. Who do we need? Well, we need heaven's help. We need Jesus. But sometimes it's difficult for us to go directly to him, so heaven gives us Our Lady. So on this feast day of Our Lady of Guadalupe, or whenever you're watching this video, please join me in turning to the Queen of Heaven to intercede for us so that we may know her Son and be one together in his name. God bless you. Thank you, dear friends, for joining me. I hope that you were touched and enriched by what you heard today. If you were, I ask you to please consider praying for my parish, St. Peter the Apostle, and myself. I also ask that you consider contributing financially to support our parish, St. Peter the Apostle, and even our ongoing capital campaign. Please see the link in the description. May God bless you and God keep you.